up a bit more than I expected, but hi, welcome. Today is New Year's Eve and you are probably seeing this on New Year's Day, unless you're a little bit delayed, in which case, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021. Thank God 2020's been a roller coaster, so let's say goodbye to that one. Bye bye. And hello 2021. So this is a little bonus video. It isn't obviously part of my vlog. I wanted to come on, talk to you all and discuss my goals. Now I've seen a few other people do this and so I wanted to do the same, and I've completely forgotten my goals for 2020. Better go get them. This is my bullet journal, which I've shown you all before, and in here I wrote some goals for 2020, which I've transferred from one book to the next, as this is my third bullet journal of the year. So let me find my goals in here. Here we go. So these are my goals. I made them all numeric, if that makes sense. So there was all goals to achieve. So I'm not going to read them all out. I'm only going to focus on... Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to read them all out. So this year, obviously, when it started, I didn't have a business. So these aren't business goals as such. These are more everything goals. So with a little bit of everything, let's go through. My aim was to do 20 goals for 2020. And I did originally have 20 goals, but I broke them down. I've got 16, which I had by the end of the year. So let's start off with number one. So number one was read 20 books. Now, there was lockdown. I had a lot of time to read. And I didn't, really. I think I read five books, which actually, compared to previous years when I was reading one, maybe two, is good. So I'll take that. Number two was create an Etsy shop and post 20 items for sale. Did that. I ended up with over 200 items. No, about 200. Was it 200? 150 to 200 different products. Obviously some doubled up because they were digital and physical. So definitely achieved that one. Create a YouTube channel and post 20 videos. Now I haven't got that far. I've done 8 vlogs, I think, plus a few extras, so I'm probably about 11, 12. So I've done half of it, and when you think I only started posting on YouTube September, October, not that long ago, so actually I'll take that as a victory. That, you know, it's a step. I've made progress towards it even if I haven't done it, which is good. Number 4, reach 1,000 followers on Instagram. Now, as I film this, I'm at 1,026. So I'll take that as a victory. Review successes and achievements each month. So September, so I looked over what I'd done, what I'd achieved. Obviously cute pictures of cats because they arrived then. You know, like what made me sad. Yeah, what I've achieved, biggest challenges, what do I want to achieve next month. So I tried to do that every month. I didn't succeed, especially in the last few months. It just hasn't happened. And December, I haven't even done a monthly spread. So that didn't go so well. Meditate at least 4 times a month. Well, actually, I think the beginning of the year, not so much. Whereas now I am trying to do that. I try to do it at least once a week. So that way at least then I'm doing it 4 times a month minimum, normally 5 or 6. So yes, I've done that one. Purge 1 room in the house each month, which isn't... It was one of those sort of self-care things of clearing clutter. It was just tidying it, getting rid of stuff, making it look neater and tidier. It wasn't necessarily a, oh, let's redecorate and everything. So I think on the whole, we've done that bar October, because there was a lot going on in October, and I don't think we did it in November either, but December we did. I say we. My husband did, because he purged and tidied everything ready for Christmas, and I'm going to do this room tomorrow, so that'll be a good start for January. Fresh slate, nice and clean. Exercise for at least 2 hours a week or 8 times a month. Started off really well. I mean, it's the one thing that I haven't done well at. So it was April, I did the 2.6 challenge, which was to coincide with the 26 miles that would have been run for the London Marathon, and obviously didn't. So I did 7 days, and I did either 26 things or 2.6 minutes of something. So I either did 26 squats or 2.6 minutes of jumping jacks, those sort of things. So I did that for a week. That was my week challenge, and that was to raise money for Solent Mind. And then I started doing the 100 squat challenge for the Royal British Legion, and I started that one, and I was doing 100 squats a day. The idea was to do 100 squats a day for 30 days, and then I was doing really well. Got to the 1st of June, and my nan died, and everything kind of went out the window, to be honest. And then I never picked that one up again. And since then I've done little bits, but I haven't done as much as I could do. So that is one thing I want to get better at doing in the next year. Goal number 9, practice CBT and self-care for 7.5 hours a month or 50 minutes a day. Basically, I wanted to try and do one self-care activity a day, which is probably what I will change that to. And yes, I'd say I've done that. I've really focused on it, even if it's things like time away from screens or just doing a bit of colouring and just having me time. My meditating's part of that as well, and just focusing on my mental, physical and spiritual well-being. Spend 4 hours a month practicing hand lettering. So the idea was that I do approximately an hour a week. So I started off really well, and I'd say from October onwards I haven't done as much. 5 portions of fruit and veg a day, at least 20 times a month. So basically the idea was 2/3 of the month I would achieve it. I did in April and May, and I can promise that at least 1 portion of fruit and veg has passed my lips every day. But I'd say my average is probably 3. Meet up with at least 1 friend or family members 4 times a month. And you know what? Apart from December, I've done that. And obviously March and April with lockdown, I didn't do it. May onwards started to, because you can meet 1 person outside. And so I started to try and do that. And then I'd say, really, up until lockdown started in November, we were doing that. So I'd say that apart from 3 months, because of COVID, I've done it. So actually, that's quite good. Number 13 was spend at least 4 hours a week having quality time with Sean. So that was doing things like playing games and just spending time together. So when we were wrapping the presents, we were just chatting, just having a nice little chit chat, and that was nice, and I think that was important. Number 14 was lose 2 stone. Didn't happen, but never mind. Number 15 was get a job. It was originally get a new job, but then I got made redundant, so I just needed a job. I've done that one, so that's good. And technically I have 2 jobs now, because I also have my little side hustle. And bathroom refit, which obviously went out of the window because we couldn't have anyone coming to do it, and going out to have a look at what we actually wanted became a bit more of a nightmare. And when we could do it, I didn't have a job, so we didn't want to put the money into it in case we needed it, because I was out of work for longer. So there you go. So on the whole, I actually did quite well with my goals. Obviously they were a lot more personal driven, but that's not a bad thing. Now in my little notebook here, I've written out some goals for 2021, most of which are based on sort of work related. I haven't included my personal ones on here, but if you're interested, let me know, and then I can do that as a separate video or include it in my vlog. I might do that. I might include it in a vlog instead. So let me know. But so these are my business goals. So my 2021 goals for my business. First one is to reach 5k on Instagram. Now at the moment, obviously I'm just over 1. And so I'm hoping if I keep posting daily, keep interacting with people on stories and things, I can build up my following to 5k. So that's the plan. To reach 1k on YouTube. Obviously that's quite a big one, but if you don't aim high, you're not going to get there. So I'm going to push and aim for 1k on YouTube. I'm going to obviously keep doing the weekly vlogs throughout 2021, But another thing I want to try and start doing is a fortnightly video as well. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to do a second video every week, because I can't guarantee I will, because obviously I'm working 5 days a week, so it makes it harder. But things like this is the start of my a fortnight video. I might do some more filming of me setting up my bullet journals, or drawing on Procreate, things like that. So they might not be really long, but I am going to try and add sort of a bonus video every 2 weeks. Start TikTok. Now, I am not on TikTok. I need to do more research about that and actually see what sort of things I want to put on there. But yeah, start TikTok, and the aim is to post on there 3 times a week. We'll see how that goes. Positive thoughts, eh? The other goal that I have for 2021 is to launch Patreon and have 50 patrons. Now, some of you may know, I did launch a Patreon back in September, October, but I didn't do a huge amount of work towards it. I just kind of went, here's a Patreon. And then after about a month, nobody joined. And I was like, I've not done this right. I need to take this, close it off. So it's all still there, it's just closed. So I can just revamp it for when I want to reopen it. And yeah, so there will be a Patreon. It's all ready to go, but I'm going to wait for a bit. And that probably, sort of middle of the year, I might push for that one again, depending how everything's going. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. 2021 is the year for Laura's Vintage Life to have a Patreon. Developing my video editing skills. So obviously that comes with doing the TikToks and the YouTubes and things. Obviously, I'm still doing a lot of my editing on my phone. I now have my iPad Pro as well, so I'll do some on there. But obviously, I don't have a camera at the moment, so, it's not a goal to get a camera for vlogging this year and filming. But I might try and see how it goes. We'll see. Create better product and Insta photos. So basically, I just want to get better editing and making things look pretty. So not just my videos, but also my photos that I post onto Instagram and all my product setups for Etsy as well. I want to try and just improve those. I mean, I've got my big ring light, so I've got the lighting. It's just working out the best way to use it. It's just making sure they all look nice and aesthetically pleasing. Next one is one that is just a general one of plan and set up Instagram posts, YouTube videos and podcasts in advance of them going live. In other words, don't do what I'm doing now. Record it at 4 o'clock in the evening and try to get it up that evening. Be a bit more organised, make sure my posts are done in advance so I can actually go, ding, posted to Instagram, especially where I'm working and I still want to be consistent about what time they go up. So yeah, short courses to develop my skills. So I want to, obviously there's things that I'm good at and there's things that I'm not good at, but all of them I could do better at. Another thing that I want to try this year is to make as much as possible of my packaging eco-friendly. So at the moment my planners are going out in bubble bags, which is great for keeping them safe and getting them in, arriving in one piece, but it's not very ecologically friendly. And in other areas of my life, I've made huge leaps and bounds towards that. I use reusable sanitary towels rather than the throwaway ones. I know some people find that gross, but it works for me. Sorry. Reusable face wipes. We try to use a lot less waste and plastic generally, and just anywhere that we can reduce waste, we do. But with my business, I haven't quite got there yet. So it's things like I want to have compostable cello rather than the cello I've got. But of course, that's more costly, so I need to make sure I've got more money in the business first. So it's a big goal, but I do want to get there because it seems silly that I'm using makeup that is cruelty free and on the whole it's vegan as well. So that's ecologically friendly in my opinion, but the rest of my stuff isn't always, and I want to bring more of that aspect to my business. Set office times. So the plan would be that when I get my rotas, I will sit down and I will go, right, I've got, these are my shifts, these days in, these days off. This is my plan of when I'm going to be doing stuff in the office. Obviously, when it comes to packaging orders and things, I will do them as and when they come in, as I currently do, because that's what I want to do, because then it gets them out quicker, and at the moment it's the best way for me to do it. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to sit downstairs on my phone on social media or doodling on my iPad, but it does mean that I can then set aside time. So this is time with Sean, or this is me going out time, but it's making sure that I don't neglect other areas of my life. So I want to make sure that it's like, right, okay, it's 10 o'clock, I've had my lie-in, I've had a bit of chill time to get on with it. So that's the plan there, just to make sure that I've been as productive as I can be without running myself into the ground. Next one, create my own website with Shop. So I want to have a website where you can easily navigate between my Instagram photos, my podcasts and my YouTube videos, but I also want there to be a shop on there so I can slowly start moving away from Etsy. I'll probably always have an Etsy, especially for digital products, but I want to have a shop that's more physical products, that's separate, that I don't have to pay the Etsy fees on, that I can have more control over, more creative control. And then last but by no means least, I want to make my business self-sufficient. It's my number one goal this year. I want to get to the point where if I'm buying new products, or with the packaging and the postage and all of that, I am able to do that from my business money. I have a business account. I want it all to be self-sufficient in that sense. I'm not saying, that I won't go and do things like Kickstarter. Things like that are, again, a good thing, that you're not having to invest your own money in as such. You're gaining that interest, like the pre-orders and things. So I might in future do more pre-orders, and if there's enough interest in it that way, then I go out and buy things. Those are all my business goals for 2021. Everything that I want to do and achieve with Laura's Vintage Life. And I'm excited. I genuinely am excited about the future and all the things I can do. I, for example, have had 3 orders on my Boxing Day sales, which I didn't expect at all, and I'm so pleased about. And it's things like I posted 2 planners out on the 14th of December, one of which has only just arrived, but they've posted a picture and they're using it, and just seeing someone use it is so exciting. And so it's enthused me, is that the right word? But it's made me feel really hopeful for 2021. Regardless of what happens with the pandemic and the vaccines, there are positive things going forward. I feel much more positive going into 2021 than I did 2020. I'm dressed up. I've made an effort with my hair and my makeup, which I didn't on Christmas Day. I did dress up a bit because I wore my Christmas jumper, but I'm now dressed up. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to enjoy myself, and I hope you all do as well. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know down below if you set any goals for 2021 or how you did with your goals for 2020. I'd love to know about them. I really would. And don't forget, if you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell for notifications of every time I post a new video. So thank you very much for watching. It's greatly appreciated, and I love you all. So happy 2021! Yay!